Hi, welcome to MedManners. This is Dr. Ram here. In this video, we are going to see about cornea histology. Let's start with an overview. So the wall of an eyeball has three layers. The outermost layer, we call it as sclera. Note that the anterior portion of a sclera has a transparent disc through which the light enters, which is called cornea. The middle highly vascular structure, we call it as choroid. Note that the anterior portion of a choroid continues as ciliary body and iris. The innermost layer, we call it as retina. Now what I'm going to do in this session, I'm going to take a section of a cornea and we'll see the thickness of the cornea. So in this picture you can appreciate the sclera. So this is the sclera, and the anterior portion of a sclera is formed by a transparent disc which is called the cornea. And if you go inside the cornea, you can see this disc-like structure, am I right? So this is the iris here. So these are the 5 layers in the cornea. Let me go over these 5 layers in a histology picture. So this is the entire thickness of the cornea. It has 5 layers. Note the outermost layer. It contains epithelial cells. So what is the type of epithelium present here? Non-keratinized stratified squamous epithelium. Non-keratinized, which means there is no keratin here. Keratin you can see in the skin cells, where you can see the dead cells filled with keratin. Here all the cells are living, it contains nucleus and there is no keratin. Stratified, which means many layers of cells. Squamous, which means flat cells. So similar epithelium you can see in the esophagus or vagina or anus. So you can see that this epithelium main function is to protect the surface. And number 2 is called the Bowman's membrane or anterior limiting membrane. This gives greater stability to the structure. And number 3 is substantia propria, or we can call it as corneal stroma. This forms the major thickness of the cornea, and this stroma contains collagen fibers. What is the type of collagen? It is collagen type 1. And this type 1 collagen is embedded in gel-like matrix which is called glycosaminoglycans. And number 4 is the Descemet's membrane or posterior limiting membrane. It is a true basement membrane. And number 5 is a single layer of endothelial cells. And this endothelium cells covers up the anterior chamber where you can see the aqueous humor. So what is the take home point? Note the type of epithelial cells in the cornea. It is non-keratinized stratified squamous epithelium. The major portion of a cornea is formed by the corneal stroma or substantia propria. Note the arrangement of the fibers. It is this specific arrangement of fibers which gives greater transparency to the cornea. It contains type 1 collagen. You can appreciate the anterior limiting membrane here and the posterior limiting membrane here. I'll see you then. Thank you. See you with more interesting videos.